Some people don't fear being alone at home. They don't see it as boring. They don't see it as missing out. For them, home is not a place they hide in. It's a place they return to. While the world often frames staying home as isolation, these people experience something very different. They experience safety, relief, restoration. Because when they close the door behind them, something inside finally loosens. Psychologists often describe this as a low stimulation preference, not because these people lack ambition or curiosity, but because their nervous systems are highly sensitive to noise, pace, and constant input. Their minds don't crave more stimulation. They crave clarity. Where others feel energized by crowds, they feel drained. Where others feel alive through constant movement, they feel overwhelmed. Home becomes the one place where their system can finally exhale. Inside their own space, there's no performance required, no small talk to manage, no expressions to maintain, no social expectations to meet. They don't have to explain themselves. They don't have to compete for attention. They don't have to keep up. And that absence of pressure does something powerful. It allows them to feel themselves again. For people who love staying at home, quiet isn't empty. It's full of thoughts they haven't had time to hear, full of emotions that don't surface in busy environments, full of ideas that only arrive when the world finally slows down. This is why boredom rarely touches them the way people expect. Because boredom isn't the absence of stimulation. It's the absence of engagement. And these people are deeply engaged with their inner world. They reflect, they observe, they connect dots that others rush past. Their minds work deeply, not loudly. Many of them learned early on that external environments demanded too much from them. Too many voices, too many expectations, too many moments where they had to shrink or adjust just to fit. So they discovered something important. Home didn't ask them to be anything other than themselves. Over time, staying in stopped being a choice. It became a form of self-regulation, a way to protect their energy, a way to reset their nervous system, a way to maintain emotional balance in a world that rarely slows down. This is also why people who love staying at home often understand themselves better than most. Because self-awareness grows in stillness. When you're not constantly reacting to others, you start noticing your own patterns, your moods, your limits, your needs. You begin to recognize what drains you and what restores you. And instead of pushing past those signals, you listen. From the outside, this lifestyle is often misunderstood. People label it as laziness, as antisocial behavior, as avoidance. But what's really happening is intentional withdrawal, not from life, but from unnecessary stress. These people aren't avoiding the world. They're choosing how they engage with it. They still feel deeply. They still care. they still form strong bonds. They just don't need constant stimulation to feel alive. There's also something else at play here. Home removes comparison. Outside, it's easy to measure yourself against others, their success, their energy, their pace. Inside your own space, those comparisons lose their power. You're no longer asking, "Am I doing enough? Am I keeping up? Am I being seen?" You're simply being. And that's why people who love staying at home often feel most authentic there, because authenticity doesn't thrive under observation. It thrives in safety. Many of them use this time for quiet activities: reading, writing, creating, thinking, learning. Not because they're trying to escape reality, but because they're trying to process it. They don't rush experiences. They integrate them. They don't skim life. They absorb it. And that depth gives them a kind of emotional intelligence that's easy to overlook. They notice subtleties. They sense shifts in mood. They read between lines others don't even see. Of course, loving home doesn't mean hating people. It means valuing connection that feels real. They prefer fewer relationships, but deeper ones. Conversations that don't require constant energy. Silence that doesn't feel awkward. Presence without performance. They don't need to be surrounded to feel connected. They need to feel understood. There's also courage in choosing this life. In a culture that glorifies busyness, choosing rest feels rebellious. In a world that equates visibility with worth, choosing privacy feels radical. But people who love staying at home understand something quietly profound. Your value isn't proven by how much you show up, but by how well you take care of yourself. Staying home isn't a retreat for them. It's a recalibration, a return to baseline, a place where their mind can reset and their body can relax. And when they do step back into the world, they do so with intention. Not drained, not scattered, but grounded. So if you're someone who loves staying at home, know this: you're not missing out. You're not broken. You're not behind. You've simply learned how to listen to yourself in a world that rarely does. And that might be one of the most psychologically healthy choices a person can make. Sometimes, the quiet life isn't small. It's just deep.